History. Bhakti and Sufism. The idea of a supreme god. The development of empires led to a growth of towns and trade, resulting in the formation of new ideas and thoughts. Among the scriptures, the most popular one was the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhakti and the Sufi movements spread the idea of a supreme power. Saints and philosophers. Many saints and philosophers of different religions spread the message of reaching the divine through various devotional paths. This was popularized in the south, Dakshin Path, during the 9th to the 12th centuries, and later in the north towards the end of the 13th centuries. Bhakti and Sufism. Bhakti. In South India, during the 7th to 9th centuries, the Nayanars or the saints devoted to Shiva and the Alvars or the saints devoted to Vishnu paved the way for new religious movements. Their biographies were known as hagiographies, and they shed light on the history of these saints. Shankara, who was born in Kerala in the 8th century, advocated the oneness of the individual and the supreme god. Likewise, Ramanuja of Tamil Nadu preached about bhakti in the 11th century. In Karnataka, Basavanna and his companion started the Virashaiva movement towards the middle of the 12th century. Maharashtra also could boast of many saints whose Marathi songs were able to inspire people. The Nathpanthis, Siddhas and Yogis were religious groups who preached the renunciation of the world. Sufism. The Sufis were the Muslim mystics. Their poems expressed their feelings. Methods of training included zikr, chanting of the sacred formula, sama, singing, contemplation, discussion of parables, and raqs, dances, under the supervision of master or peer. There were different orders of the Sufis, teachers known as silsilas. The Sufi teachers had their meetings in hospice or khanaqs. Some of them were believed to have miraculous powers that could rid people of their sickness and problems. The tombs or the dargahs of these Sufi saints have now become pilgrimage places which are visited by millions of devotees. Religious movements, a comparative study. India. Devotion and tradition. The Bhakti movement in North India emerged after the 13th century. This was an age many religions like Islam, Hinduism, Sufism, etc. emerged, and each was influenced by the other. Saints laid emphasis on their devotion to gods like Vishnu. According to Tulsidas, God was in the form of Rama. He composed Ramcharitramanas, which is important as a work of devotion and also as a literary work. In his work, Sursagara, Surdas also demonstrates his devotion to Lord Krishna. Most of these saints composed their work in the regional languages, thus increasing their popularity with the common man. During the late medieval era, they became a part of the daily life of the people. The rules laid down by the upper caste were questioned in some works. Popular saints. Mirabai. She was an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna and composed many bhajans showing her devotion to Krishna. She was the disciple of Prophet Ravidas, a famous, untouchable saint poet. Kabir. He was one of the most influential saints of the 13th century. A large collection of verses known as Sakhis and Pads are believed to have been composed by him. They were very popular with the wandering bhajan singers. Kabir advocated the presence of a supreme God. He had a large number of Hindu and Muslim followers. Guru Nanak, 1469 to 1539. Guru Nanak started the langar or the common kitchen. It was begun to support the idea of equality between all people of the world regardless of religion, caste, color, creed, age, gender or social status. All his teachings were compiled by the later Gurus and written in a new script called the Gurumukhi. By the beginning of the 17th century, the Sikh community was considered a state within the state. The Sikh movement grew in stature because of the changes in the historical situation in India at that time. Guru Nanak believed in equality as is evident from the concept of the langars, and this had many social and political implications. Europe. Reformation. In Europe, the 16th century saw a lot of religious agitation. The popes and the clergy were influenced by the materialism of the Renaissance. The people were still waiting for spiritual renewal, resulting in a small sect of people challenging certain practices of the Roman Catholic Church. The challenge came to be known as Reformation. Making of regional cultures. Culture. The word culture has its origin in the word cult, which means a particular system of religious worship. Today, this is associated with different types of food, clothes, poetry, dance, music, and painting. Some traditions are specific to some geographic regions, while others are similar across regions. For example, in India, each geographic region has its own culture. In spite of these differences, sometimes it can be noted that there are lots of similarity among people, though they come from different regions and have different religions, languages, dresses, etc. Regional cultures. Regional cultures are influenced by regional languages. In the 9th century, the Cheras, in the present day Kerala, introduced Malayalam language at the same time drawing upon Sanskrit traditions. In some states like Orissa, religious tradition such as Jagannatha cult influenced the culture of the state. And in Rajasthan, the traditions of the Rajputs have contributed to culture of the state. Some religions like Jainism and Buddhism crossed regional boundaries and spread to other regions, even while it declined in some places. This is true of the Indian classical dance forms also, as each one evolved in one region but has spread and become popular all over the country. For example, Kathak in North India and Bharatnatyam in South India. Growth of regional languages. Sanskritic language. Sanskrit is the origin of many regional languages such as Bengali. It was during the year 500 BCE that Bengali developed as a regional language, but it was in CE 1550 that a number of Bengali groups came together on the platform of a common literary language that was prevalent both in the spoken form and the written text. Bengali literature was of two types. That is, one was dependent on Sanskrit and another was independent of it. Since Eastern Bengal was under the influence of Sultanate rulers, the latter type was prevalent there. India is a land of many different dialects and languages. See map for the main ones. The most common languages from the 12th to 18th centuries were Persian and Urdu. In the courts of the sultans and the Mughals, Persian was used, but Sanskrit was popular with the educated priestly class even though it was not a spoken language. The regional languages that were spoken in the early medieval period influenced the regional languages in the 18th century. Pirs and temples. A number of temples were built in Bengal from the end of 15th century to the 19th century, either by individuals or groups who were eager to show off their power and their devotion. The Islamic spiritual guide or the Pirs and also the Brahmins wielded great influence in the construction of these temples. Local culture. The local culture was influenced by even the locally available food items like as fish in Bengal, and it is evident in its depiction in different fields such as literature, painting, weddings, rituals, and even in the construction of temples. Propagation of religious languages. There were sadhus and ascetics who propagated the regional languages and cultures. The literary works in Bengali were influenced by the biographies of Chaitanya Deva illustrating Bhakti literature and the songs of Mainamati and Gopi Chandra illustrating Nath literature regarding the worship of Dharma, Thakur and other ascetics. Since this is a continuing process, we cannot date this precisely. Nation states and Europe. Nationalism. In 1789, the French Revolution created a feeling of nationalism all through Europe. Napoleon was defeated by the combined forces of the European powers like Britain, Austria, etc. But soon, differences of opinion between these powers resulted in the growth of resistance movements. Common language. The people of Europe considered themselves as citizens of the British Empire till the 18th century. But in the middle of the 19th century, a new generation of statesmen emerged, and this led to the rise in the feeling of being a community. From 1830, nationalist movements arose under the leadership of community leaders. In each region, the people who spoke a common language fought for their rights. Formation of nation states. In Europe, because of the French Revolution, the first country to establish the Helvetic Republic, Swiss Protestant religion, was Switzerland. Sweden followed suit with the acceptance of the Norwegian independence in the 1830s, and Stockholm became the pivot of Hanseatic trade. The Swedish independence was followed by the Belgian independence in 1830 to 1839. It was between 1815 and 1871 that Germany and Italy were unified. However, because of the diversity of languages, a solution was not easy, resulting in conflicts, and people wanted to uphold their own regional language. For example, previously school textbooks were written in Greek, but now Romania and Austria-Hungary started getting their textbooks written in the local languages. At the Congress of Berlin in 1878, there were many conflicts regarding languages, resulting in the formation of alliances in 1879. These conflicts continued for many more decades and ultimately led to the First World War.